Hello, Cleveland! It's Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Time now for Cerebus issue 184, the 34th chapter of Mothers and Daughters. Cerebus and Siren both realize that something fell, and bang! The papal throne room is rocked with a massive quake. A roar erupts as the ground crumbles around them, leaving only the area around the throne still standing. Bang! Another quake, another rumble as more ground gives way, Cerebus losing his sword forever into the chasm below. Cerebus and Siren watch in shock as more of the throne area begins to crack and form crevices. A sudden bang erupting explosively near them, sending them slamming into the stairs below the throne. One final bang gives way to one more structure. What would that be? The audience is given a backstage pass to Victor Davis's works, in a giant metaphor for independent comics as a rock and roll concert. However, despite the refrains of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club, the stadium turns out to be empty. Comics aren't rock and roll. They've never been and they never will be. What creators do when creating is boring. Victor recalls an anecdote concerning the Ninja Turtles, namely that the fictional characters' autographs have more weight with people than that of the creators. Victor recalls seeing Vaughn Baudet in the 70s when he acted out his comic Cheech Wizard with a different voice than Victor himself had envisioned, ruining it for him. Comic books are not a communal activity, as Victor says. You can't read something together quietly like you can listen to music together or watch a movie together. With the reader's undivided attention, Victor takes the audience on a tour of the infinite, the endless void of space, like a microbe climbing a tree at the speed of light. All light in the universe turns into one pinpoint of light at this distance. Victor ponders what the first white men to see Niagara Falls must have thought of it. Since it was discovered, there have been those who have sought to harness its power. The reader manages to figure out what point Victor is getting to, and is aghast. Will their protests have any effect on what Victor plans to do to him? I liked how Victor Davis at the end of the last issue says bang, 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 and then the bangs occur in this particular issue. I assume in the way that Victor Davis, aka Dave Sim, brought the audience transcendentally into the narrative, that the opening of this door caused the whole final ascension. Because otherwise I wouldn't know why it would occur specifically during Cerebus and Siren fighting. You would think it would happen sooner. As such, it's like behind the scenes occurrences are having an impact on the narrative. At least that's my interpretation of it. There's metaphysical magic going on rather than just having a gold sphere being on top of a tower. It really appears as though neither Cerebus nor Siren has anything actually to do with the ascension that's occurring around them. And considering the scope of this particular ascension, it's probably just as well that neither one of them has any idea what waits them on this journey. Funny how Vaughn Baudet giving Cheech Wizard a particular voice ruined the character for Dave, since Dave himself has actually done quite a few audio plays of Cerebus himself. I wonder if it's ruined it for anybody else to have Cerebus sound like George C. Scott, like he says he does. I don't know. I doubt that. I enjoy his impression of Cerebus. This issue overall is a very cinematic experience. The destruction of the throne room is unbelievably rendered by Dave, and especially by Gerhard. Poor Gerhard, he had to draw the same room over and over at various angles, but he never once cut corners or coasted through it by using the same background. Every frickin' panel, every line is embellished breathtakingly. The text portion is very easy to follow, at least during the initial stadium part. when we shift to the trip into space, things do get a little bit unsteady, but at least we're on track now for the point of this whole exercise, or text exercise? Texercise? Next time, tale as old as time, song as old as wine, Voidy and the Light.